Some mountains in men are bigger than you think. Some rivers so fast, hell, you can't take a drink. Some burdens so heavy.
Hey folks, Great Northern Prepper here. I want to talk to you about my little side folding knife that I have here. It's the Gerber 06 F.A.S.T knife. And the reason it's called the F.A.S.T knife is because it's kind of almost an auto folder, and that it has a little safety right here, so that when it's engaged in the safety, it won't go off in your pocket or anything like that. But it's really quick. It's got a little spring in there that lets it spring out. It's got a Tonto shaped kind of a chisel tip blade that's more made for thrusting than it is actually for cutting. I find it's a good personal self-defense knife. Mainly the reason that these are chisel tips is the same reason that they had swords were made of the same type of chisel tip, because they penetrated a little bit better than, say, stiletto or anything else. A knife is a knife is a knife, but there are a little bit of differences. I think it's a good overall knife. It has served me very well. I have a couple of them. I carried them overseas and I use them hunting and camping, everything like that. You know, are there better knives for, say, gutting an animal or for gutting fish or for, you know, doing that type of stuff? Yes, but I can't afford to buy a knife for every single use. I do have, you know, gutting and filleting knives as well, but it's just having this in my pocket. I am not concerned at all as far as for my ability to. It would be nice to have a little bit of a gut hook on there for that type of thing, but you know, you can do a lot of stuff with this knife. It's got the quick one-handed opening, as you can see, just with you know, just with this one hand, I can open it right away. And it's got a G10 handle, and I don't really know what the difference is, but I'm guessing what they're talking about is this right here. If you can see it, it's got the little grooves in there, as well as kind of like this almost skateboarder tape type of handle, so you could grip it very securely. And it's got these little finger grooves in there as well that your fingers fit into quite well. And it's even in when it's been raining out, I can hold on to it very easily. It has a little clip right there for putting on your pocket, and you can also put some 550 cord or something like that if you want some retention. But because this is also got this, if you can see it up against, highlighted against my hand, it's got this metal little nub at the end there, and that would actually be good for knocking on something as well. It would also work pretty well if you've seen those Escape Autobahn whatever type deals for your car. It would also work well for breaking out a window if need be as well. It's also got a thumb stud right here, if you can see that, and that is for easy deployment. And it's got the partial serrated blade as well, and I need to actually, I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty well dinged up, especially right along in there. I need to do a good sharpening of it and hone the blade again. But it's got a partial serrated blade right there, so that works very well for cutting and those types of things. It's made from a high carbon stainless steel. The blade length is 3.8 inches. When it's open, it's a total of 8.6 inches, and when it's closed, it's a total of 4.8 inches. It's 5.7 ounces. Now, it is made in China, as pretty much about 98% of all Gerber products are. I prefer to buy American, but after shopping around for a lot of knives, I'm extremely happy with this one. I really like it. Gerber's quality has gone down in recent years, and this one you can actually, I've had to do it on my other knife. It's got a little rattle now, but just taking some hex keys, you can tighten them up right away. This as well, the little clip, I tightened that up a little while ago. And now the blade on this one, it happened on my other one as well. But my other one, that happened after about 3 years of having it. I tightened it up about 1.5 years ago, and I haven't had any issues since. It's a good overall knife, I think, for self-defense as well as for just carrying out into the wilderness as well. You can, you know, cut certain things. I'd rather have a Leatherman for when I go out into the woods and those types of things, as well as having a good fillet knife and a gut knife if I'm planning on, or if I need to. That's another thing you need to have in your preps. But this is a really good kind of overall knife to have. It can do a lot of the same jobs as well as be a good self-defense knife. And it's got the thing I really like about it, though, I have to say, is my ability, the retention ability on it, with the finger grooves as well as the type of handle that they have on there, and that I guess they call it G10, whatever that means. It's very, very good for retention in your hand and not slipping, because that's one of the main things with using a knife for self-defense is when you have those slick, straight handles. And that's why a lot of times on swords and daggers and knives they have those little T's on there, is because on some of the kind of grandpappy's old-timer knives, if you're using that, a lot of times what will happen is when you jab it very forcefully into something, your hand can slip along the blade as well. So it's a very good overall knife. I would recommend looking into it if you can. It's really, really slick, and it does the job. So anyways, this was the Great Northern Prepper, and I hope you enjoyed the review, and let me know your comments. The main site is at greatnorthernprepper.com. You can contact me at rmorgan@greatnorthernprepper.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, and please leave your comments below, or any questions or anything like that. If you disagree with me, that's fine as well. Just let me know, and make sure that it's actually an intelligent disagreement instead of you suck or something like that. So anyways, the Great Northern Prepper is out.
I wore out my shoes in that wrong way to run. I blistered my skin working hard in the sun. Supper's almost over and I done cleaned my plate, and there's a light shining yonder, boys, I don't think I'll wait. I'm a laid back one and I've been one so long. I ain't perfect, you can tell by my songs. Brothers, forgive me for all of my wrongs. The good Lord, He's calling and it's time to go home. I hear Him calling and it's time to go home.